Hello students, today I'm going to talk about the syllabus of your core compulsory paper 303. The title of this paper is British Fiction. Now you are aware that what is prose and what is poetry. Okay, so in literature you have different types of poetry. You can say the forms of poetry, and likewise you have different kinds of prose. In a prose section, you have different forms of prose like short story, uh, novel, okay, essays, then biography, autobiographies, okay. So you can divide prose into two parts. First is fictional prose, and another is non-fictional prose. In fictional prose, the word fiction uh, describes it as the work of imagination, the product of imagination. Okay, so in fictional prose, you have stories, okay, short stories, then a long story which is called novel, then novella which is a short novel, then you have uh, non-fictional prose. Okay, so in the category of non-fictional prose you have essays, biographies, then documentaries, then you have essays. Okay, so in this paper you are going to study uh, what is novel, which is form of literature, then different methods of narration, and then you will uh, study British fiction. So you have two novels in this paper which you are going to study in detail: Joseph Andrews and Animal Farm. And then in the fourth unit, you will study Introduction to uh, great novelists of British literature. Okay, today we are going to have a general talk on the syllabus of your core compulsory 303. Unit 1, you are going to study novel as a form, as a form of literature, and today uh, I will give you a brief account of this point, that what is novel. As I said earlier, that novel is um, a product of imagination. It is a fiction. A novel is a work of prose fiction that tells a narrative over an extended length. It is a long story. Okay, you have many characters, you have uh, a theme and several themes also. Then you have several events. The novel is divided into several chapters, okay, according to the events, and there is a particular setting of the novel. A novel is relatively a long work of narrative fiction. Okay, so the novel normally is written in prose form, and which is typically published as a book. The present English word novel for a long work of prose fiction derives from the Italian word novella, Novella. Uh, the meaning of this word, Italian word novella, is new or news or short story of something new. And this word novella itself has a Latin history. In Latin, the word novella, Novella, which is a singular noun, use of the neutral plural of novellus, Novellus. And this word novellus, Novellus, is a diminutive of novus, Novus, and the meaning is same, a new or a new thing. Novel is a long fictional narrative, you know, uh, uh, which describes intimate human experiences. Novel in the modern era usually makes use of a literary prose style. Now, students, you need to remember that all fiction is not novels, but all novels are fiction. A non-fiction prose work that is of the same length as a novel could fall into several other categories, such as I said earlier, that you have biographies, essays, autobiographies, historiography, and so on. It is fictional narrative and literary prose which has its content of intimate experiences written in the style of long story having many characters and events. And in a novel, you have several features. Okay, you have narrative techniques. You can say the another word of this narrative technique is fictional device or literary device or literary technique. Okay, so this we find this narrative technique in a particular novel. Okay, and this narrative technique is any of several specific of methods which the creator of a narrative uses to convey what they want. In other words, it is a strategy used in the making of a narrative to relay information to the audience and particularly to develop the narrative, usually in order to make it more complete or complicated or interesting. Literary techniques are distinguished from literary elements which exist inherently in works of writing. Students, we find several features of fiction or a novel, and these are setting, plot, perspective, style, theme, characters, references. Okay, so basically you have these seven features of a novel. Uh, Another point about a novel is that we find uh, different narrative perspectives and different narrations. Okay, this style of narrations or the point of views. So narrators may have different degrees of knowledge or different points of view, or we can say omniscient narrator. Before talking about omniscient narrator, let me let me tell you that you have first person narration, okay, third person narration, second person narration, okay. So in the third person narration, you have a narrator, and this narrator is omniscient. Omniscient means a person who knows everything. So there is a narrator who tells a story about himself or about the other persons. He describes several events, okay, and that uh, that makes a long story. So you have first person narration versus third person, and so on. There are several techniques used in a novel, as I said earlier, as well as there are several forms of a novel, like epistolary novel, gothic novel, picaresque novel, science fiction, stream of consciousness, historical fiction, etc., etc. Okay. Uh, you will learn in detail about a novel, about the form of novel, and about different methods of narration which you have in Unit 1. Today, I am just, you know, giving you a bird view. Okay. Okay, but let me clear, uh, as I said, that uh, you have different forms of novel like epistolary, gothic, picaresque, science fiction. Epistolary form has, a series of letters. When a writer writes a fiction uh, with the help of series of letters, okay, so that kind of form of novel is called epistolary novel. Then, if a novel or a fiction has Gothic elements, Gothic elements means you have um, supernatural elements, then you have, you know, a horror, or you can say horrible uh, things, okay, like old castle, then you have the ghosts, supernatural elements, okay. So this kind of novel is called Gothic novel. Another kind of novel is picaresque novel. In picaresque novel, like you have in the second unit, Joseph Andrews, written by Henry Fielding. So in picaresque novel, the adventures of a picaro are narrated. A picaro means a rogue who is a wanderer. Uh, you know, he travels many places, then he visits many people. So this kind of novel is called picaresque novel. In picaresque novel, you have the narration of the adventures of a picaro. In science fiction, the word science fiction, it denotes that in a fiction, actually this is imaginative work, but in fiction, if you have uh, the elements of science, like you are aware of the uh, science fiction movies, okay, so when you have elements of science, that is a particular invention, or the invention which influences the future, uh, you know these elements are there in science fiction. Then you have psychological novel and the technique of stream of consciousness. In this novel, you have the psychological analysis of the protagonist, you have the monologues, okay, and the story of the chain of memories or the past experiences in the mind of the protagonist or the characters of the novel. In historical fiction, we have the characters from history. Okay, so they are the real characters, but writer modifies the experiences of these historical characters and the story of these historical characters to make his work interesting. Okay, so he adds fiction into history. So this is all about unit 1, and you will learn in detail about unit 1 later, but in this part we are talking about the syllabus. Okay, in the second unit you have Henry Fielding's novel Joseph Andrews. Henry Fielding is well-known British novelist and dramatist. His career began in London. His best known works are Tom Jones and Joseph Andrews. You know, the full title of this novel, Joseph Andrews, is The History of the Adventures of Joseph Andrews and that of his friend Mr. Abraham Adams. Uh, Henry Fielding, Henry Fielding, in 18th century, you know, um, changed the tastes of the readers. People wanted to find more and more of their own reflection of life in literature, and Henry Fielding satisfied these demands. He came with his great novels. His characters are full of blood and flesh, good and bad contradictions, humbleness and frankness. In the novel of Henry Fielding, we find social criticism. So you can say that the novels of Henry Fielding are a mirror to the social life of uh, London during 18th century. Here particularly this novel Joseph Andrews, or the history of the adventures of Joseph Andrews and of his friend Mr. Abraham Adams. This novel was the first published full-length novel of English uh, literature, and this novel was among the first novels in English language. This novel was published in 1742 and defined by Fielding as a comic epic poem in prose. Uh, this novel is the story of a good-natured footman. Footman means a servant, namely Joseph Andrews. So this is the story of Joseph Andrews' adventures on the road home from London with his friend Abraham Adams. And uh, here in this novel, you have two protagonists. Okay, Joseph Andrews and Mr. Abraham Adams. Here, Mr. Abraham Adams is a friend and mentor of Joseph Andrews. He is absent-minded Parson. This is very interesting novel. You are going to study this novel in this paper, okay? And I will talk in detail about this novel in the next part of this lecture. Okay, then in the third unit, you have a very interesting novel, Animal Farm. This novel was written by George Orwell. George Orwell is a pen name of Eric Arthur Blair. Eric Arthur Blair, born in 1903 and died in 1950, known by his pen name, George Orwell, was an English novelist, essayist, journalist, and critic. His work is characterized by lucid prose, biting social criticism, opposition to totalitarianism, and outspoken support of democratic socialism. As a writer, Orwell produced literary criticism and poetry, fiction, and you know the works of journalism. And this author, Eric Arthur Blair, is best known for the allegorical novella Animal Farm and the dystopian novel 1984. Allegorical novella, allegorical means symbolic novel. Okay, you have a story on the surface, but it has multiple layers of meaning. It can be a symbolic story for political scenario or social scenario, so on. So here, Animal Farm is allegorical short novel. That's why we can say this is novella, Novella. Novella means a short novel. This novel was published in 1945, published in England in 1945. The book tells the story of a group of farm animals who rebel against their human farmer, hoping to create a society where the animals can be equal, free, and happy. Ultimately, however, the rebellion is betrayed and the farm ends up in a state as bad as it was before, under the dictatorship of a pig, and the name of that pig is Napoleon. According to Orwell, this fable reflects events leading up to the Russian Revolution of 1917 and then on into the Stalinist era of the Soviet Union. You need to remember here that George Orwell was a democratic socialist and he was a critic of Joseph Stalin. Okay, in the fourth unit, um, in the fourth unit, you have acquaintances, introduction to novelists. Uh, there are 12 popular novelists, and you are going to study in brief about the biography of these novelists and British novelists and about his literary career. You can see in the slide Daniel Defoe, Virginia Woolf, D.H. Lawrence, Samuel Richardson, James Joyce, Aldous Huxley, Henry Fielding, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, William Thackeray, and Thomas Hardy. So, I think this unit 4, is important for you because you will find, various writers, novelists, okay, and you will study their great works, okay. Okay, so this is enough for today. Uh, Thank you very much. But before that, in your syllabus, you have recommended reading. You know, if you find time, you can refer these books. The first one is A Short History of English Literature, written by Compton and Rickett. This is very useful and interesting book. Another is having the same title, A Short Story of English Literature, written by William J. Long. As a student of English literature, you need to study, you need to refer these books. The third one is An Introduction to English Literature to the Foreign Readers, written by R.J. Rees. And another book is A Study of Literature by W.H. Hudson. Thank you very much, students. Happy learning. Stay home and stay safe.